Children of Men is a dystopian sci-fi film in which all of the women are inexplicably unable to have children. The United Kingdom is the only remaining country with an intact government, but it too is showing signs of collapsing. Its bleak yet inspiring tone is what makes it unique and also one of my favorite films. To explain why it's one of my favorite films, I could focus on the extensive setting that the film takes place in, or the many expertly choreographed long takes, but I want to focus on the dynamic protagonist, Theo, and his struggle with hopelessness and apathy. There isn't a single scene in the movie that doesn't have Theo in it, which shows how important he is to the story. Theo is an ex-political activist that has lost faith in the state of humanity after the death of his son. You can see it in the first scene of the film. Everyone in the cafe is consumed with a news story on the TV about the death of the youngest person in the world, baby Diego. We see Theo push his way in from the back of the crowd, barely paying attention to the TV, and more focused on getting his coffee. Another element that adds to Theo's lack of hope is his drinking. One motive in the film is the pint of whiskey that he carries with him. We see him drink from it multiple times and even spike his coffee from the first scene. But Theo is a dynamic character and we see his lack of hope challenged. This is explicit in the scene in which he sees Key, the first pregnant woman in 18 years. You can see the utter amazement and hope on Theo's face, and the glowing light and intense opera music reinforce this. You could say that Key is a physical embodiment of hope for the survival of humanity in this scene.
You're okay.
Another example of when Theo's lack of hope, and especially his drinking, is challenged is when Key is in labor and he uses the rest of his whiskey to sterilize his hands in preparation for the birth.
It's okay. Everything's okay.
Do something!
It's looking good, kid. It's looking good. You're doing great.
Here, we see Theo open up his pint, and it almost looks as if he's going to take a drink of it, but he doesn't.
Breathe out. Just think about the out. Just breathe out and push. Push as well. That's it.
In this scene, we see Theo sacrifices alcohol for the greater good and prolonged existence of mankind.
Go. We're gonna make it. Come on, we're gonna
I'm
make
not
it.
gonna make it.
I'm not able to express the full depth of Theo's character development in just a few minutes, but I hope this gives you a taste as to why Children of Men is my favorite film.